So this one's a special double. I use the program Adobe Premiere to edit my
what's up, y'all?
music videos, air quotes together. Super Space Soldier. I had to do a double because I missed yesterday, not on purpose. But this one is for the song "It's Me, Lord," and I'm here, Lord. You can check it out. I'm about to put this up in a second. Let's pause it. Now, what I want to talk about real quick is the ideas behind this song. When I was thinking deeply about what was sort of holding me up from doing the things that I wanted to do and saying the things that I wanted to say, I realized it was all fear. And then, like, when I looked into it, I realized that I'm not actually afraid. And maybe it's like that's the whole bravery freedom. You can hear the cat where my evil laughter comes from. Like, no, look, in this life, what is it like? Something like 80% of all deaths are caused by accident in the home or whatever. Like, most of mankind's sort of threat is ourselves and falling down and organ failure from like falling down and just basic stuff, right? But we get most afraid of like the extravagant violence, yeah, like of the things that go bump in the night, because we have what's known as a negativity bias, which means that 9 out of 10 times it wasn't a saber-toothed cat or a razor fang raptor bird in the bushes, but that one time that it was means that the person who wasn't super vigilant is not the person who managed to carry on their DNA. So we have like this whole fear thing sort of built into us or whatever, yeah. And also with regards to how we end up justifying some of our worst behaviors as people to other people, other creatures or whatever, it's usually based on fear. Yeah, like for the most part. And I was just trying to say that I am not afraid because I don't want to hurt anything needlessly or anybody needlessly. And I don't want to get sucked up into being so afraid of somebody that I can't actually understand them or see where they're coming from. Because if they are actually a threat and you're actually so afraid of them that you can't see where they're coming from, then you don't know how to defuse the threat, de-escalate the threat, or meet the threat with the appropriate amount of power. You're like too busy looking at, for example, in New Zealand, at the Muslim and activist community and pro-indigenous rights community, and not at the white supremacist community, which ends up committing the largest, the largest massacre in modern history in New Zealand outside of the colonialist massacres that sort of took place before it or whatever. So, and even those, to a certain amount or to a certain degree could be put down to fear. But that's a different type of fear, like a fear of being broke, a fear of, not succeeding, a fear of what the people more powerful than you would say. So, you're so afraid of being kind or whatever. You're so scared of being poor that you will carry out atrocities. It's all fear. That's my whole idea behind this. And I was trying to say that, like my sword, spear, and shield is my faith, like, in myself and in the Most High or whatever, like, which protects me from getting caught up in like patterns that would allow me to fall into, I guess, writing off needless violence. And I'm not afraid of Christians or Muslims or atheists or Jews or Buddhists or Hindus or Satanists or anybody. I'm not afraid. Like, I just can't be, like, and I don't think we should all be afraid. Doesn't mean that we can't be conscious of like the nonsense that kind of goes on, of the failings of any faith, of anything that tells you that it's okay to hurt other people, or justifies like that type of hurt. Because outside of fear, you're manipulated by your fear to like commit atrocities for other people who are only afraid of being broke or only afraid of not having power. And that's kind of the idea behind it anyways. So that's the song. I'm putting it out now. I'm putting the video out together, and that's what I had to say about it. Again, I love you. Super Space Trooper process video 8 and 9 done. Or rather, this is like 8.8 and then 8.5. This is probably like the 0.5 because this is about 8. Okay, bye.